Daredevil show too, man.
What, the Daredevil show?
Yo, Charlie Cox is a good Daredevil.
They're saying that
Better than Ben Affleck.
that it's going to take place during the blip. That it's going to be. That's why Foggy and the other girl aren't going to be on it. Everybody's freaking out that they haven't been cast for this season. There is no Foggy or Vanessa because they disappear during the blip, and the Kingpin uses
we have
the
John
blip
Bernthal,
to
though,
become
right?
the mayor of fucking New York, just like in the comics.
Okay.
I'm pumped.
We still have John Bernthal is coming back as Punisher in this one, isn't he?
He is.
He's supposed
So
to,
he didn't get Blip.
No, he's also supposed to be in Armor Wars. He's
That
gonna
would
be.
be fucking
He's gonna be
awesome.
wearing the War Machine armor with the fucking Punisher logo spray
As
painted
he
on the front of it.
should.
It's gonna be awesome.
I hope so.
It's gonna be tight if they do it all right. I don't know about Secret Invasion though. Everybody was amped about the trailer, and I thought it was kind of.
How many scrolls are going to be exposed?
How many people do you think that are quote unquote dead in the Marvel Universe are going to turn out to have been Skrulls that died?
Captain America?
You think Cap's going to be one?
1,000%. They can't take away Chris Evans' ass.
I think if they do it with Tony Stark, it will be undoing a very great thing they already did in the movies. So I hope it's not him.
I
It
don't
can't be
want
Tony.
them to bring back Robert Downey Jr. If they do, I want them to bring him back from another universe.
Yeah, and we get Tony. I would rather get.
I mean, I don't want the fucking Tom Cruise Tony Stark. I'll tell you that much.
I still want Robert Downey, but I want him as Superior Iron Man.
Right.
Superior Iron Man is fucking sick.
Let me get him from another fucking universe or another timeline. Like the
white armor, and he puts spy equipment in people's cell phones, and I'm a good guy, but really he could kill you all if he wanted to. Oh, he's so bad.
yeah, that's who I want to see as a Skrull. If anything, I feel like one has to be Cap in some type of way. I mean, it's already been confirmed that Nick Fury is.
Well, yeah, we've seen it in the
Yeah,
second
trailer.
second Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because he's on the moon. Going to the moon, baby.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Super Smash Bonanza, where we talk shit and go bananas. Sizzle making it hot with the edits all on the camera. You know Fly ain't got no standards. I be wildin', I don't give a fuck. I might tell you a joke, but I won't lie. Play it this real as fuck. I be all up in my bag. Movie to the left, making niggas laugh. Chicken fingers on Jamaican patty, you know a nigga need half. It's no breaks with this work shit. I swear it's all gas. I could be the president like Crash. We super smashing, you know that. Pour a shot, take a drink. Talk my shit, I'ma do that. Macaroni and cheese, please don't dab, I can't do that. Camel tongue with popcorn like Jared, why you do that? Probably super smashing, you knew that. He's super smashing, you knew that.
We on the voyage, you know it's fantastic. Sean in the back, rocking the Zorro mask. You best hide your bitch, he might eat that girl's ass. Whoa, pause, but ready for action. He get them cheeks, it's not even worth asking. Beast with a fake ID, that penny passing. Wouldn't believe he's younger than 50. He saw real big fish when they were still in diapers and shitting. Goddamn, who's sliding in? Yes, Kramer. His strings put you up out of shame, and he's a bit of a game. That's why females call him player. Shot after shot, leave you brainless. Yeah, he never saying no fake shit. Man smoother than secret Asians. He'll add this track to your playlist. Can't forget the OGs. Crash TY and Doovie. Started from a fool's dream. Now them haters groovies. Would they share for views? Please suck my dick, bitch, sue me. You were never about it, so just watch us fill the whole scene.
We super smashing, you knew that. We super smashing, you knew that. We super smashing, we super smashing, we super smashing, you knew that. We super smashing, you knew that. We super smashing, you knew that. I'm so lit, I'm so drunk, I'm super smashing, you knew that.
Welcome everybody back to Super Smash Productions. You have Crash.
You got your boy Fly Boy Young.
You got Mac.
You didn't give him time to give him AKAs, but
We in here.
I thought I did, but
we're rolling 3 deep this week, so we're gonna make the best of it and see how it goes.
I can't say 18 in, but he can say 3D.
Oh my god.
Did you really have to? I thought I was gonna get away with it. Here
No,
it comes. Oh my
sorry.
god!
Yeah, I
Sorry,
wasn't
sorry,
even. I
sorry.
wasn't even thinking about it like
Whoa.
that. Like that.
I'm
That's
all out of pocket.
yeah. You definitely you
Whoa.
reach for that one. You reach for that one.
You're reaching in pockets.
Yeah, like whoa.
Jeez.
He had it rolling good. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna keep moving. We were gonna find a
Yeah.
topping. He's
We're
like,
all-
3 deep.
We were all watching it go by, and I said, nope. I gotta say something about that.
No, he was good. He was moving.
Oh.
I normally play it off if I don't get a reaction from TY. It wasn't It wasn't. And
It
then
wasn't saucy enough.
it's either you or Jared that are like, whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
It
I
wasn't
just-
that saucy. It was
I wanted to know, is it literally the mathematical difference?
Question:
No,
Do you
It's the
think?
15 difference?
Do you think you would have made it through the beef jerkies that we ate?
I could only, again, I don't like watching people eat.
It was
So when
wild.
you guys do the stuff eating, I listened, but I did not visually enjoy the last episode that was posted. So I can't say about why. Did he like destroy them, eating them and stuff like that?
No,
Or
it's just like, do
Some
you
of them
think
were
you would have been
horrible.
able to eat them?
what?
Some
what
of them were horrible.
'Cause
Bro,
of the
they
flavors?
were fucking bad.
Oh yeah, I wasn't trying to mess with any of those.
Good
that I
God,
ate,
it was so bad.
but
Like
Some
I would
wild
say
shit.
at least
if it was something he made, I would have
50%
tried
was
it.
terrible.
But I wasn't
Yeah,
trying to eat
I'd
stuff
say
that just came from the
50%.
store.
50% was
Really?
fucking
60%.
Would you buy any of it though? On your
No,
own, with your own
there
money?
was a
one-
couple.
the
I would have
one-
got the maple duck
Yeah, that was all right.
and
it was
the
a
teriyaki
joint.
that you fucking snatched in the very
Was it
beginning.
actually was it actually duck or it was just
Yeah.
manufactured to taste like that?
No, it's made.
Oh, it
It's
was.
those. They were all made. They weren't. It wasn't manufactured to taste like kangaroo. It was fucking kangaroo. Dude.
Yeah.
It was not
Guys were
good.
eating wallabies
Eating
and shit.
camelback and all that.
God,
How was that?
Disgusting.
terrible.
I can't imagine.
Horrible.
There was ones that looked like Slim Jims, and then others that looked like beef jerky, and then the ones that were pressed like beef jerky
Most of them were
were
horrible.
the worst.
Was
The
it-
ones in Slim Jim form were fantastic.
Was it that's what I was just about to ask though. Was it the taste of the other ones or was it the consistency of the ones
both.
that were
all
not?
of it. Yeah,
Both
consistency,
the
taste.
That's what was
consistency was
messing with
way
you.
off. The taste, it was terrible.
It might be maybe an Americanized thing where we like to have our processed meat put through like kept in the tight tubes.
I don't know, bro, but it was terrible. And I love beef jerky. Pause.
Beef jerky, it's so
There's no pause on
expensive.
beef jerky.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is now. It seems like the prices are going up and up.
If you want good beef jerky, you're paying like almost $9.
Yeah,
for some of it.
$10.
If you go,
$12.
if you like the Jack Links,
Yeah.
I think it is.
That's one of my favorite brands.
You go to Walmart, they're like $5 a bag.
The big bag.
No, like the regular bag of beef
You
jerky
do
is
have to
only
watch
$5.
Because number one, have you noticed like the big bags of those will have bigger, fattier pieces, and then you buy the smaller bag and you can't get the value.
You
on
get
the
like
price,
the crumbles.
But I almost like the crumbles better, knowing that I'm not going to get a fatty piece.
I don't know. I'll chew on a fatty piece of beef jerky for a couple minutes.
I don't
Yeah.
want that fat in my mouth.
I will pause.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We should.
I don't want that fat in my mouth.
Fat in my mouth.
I don't know. I'll sit there and fucking hawk away at a fucking piece of beef
Yeah, I
jerky for
some
like
beef
5
jerky.
minutes.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't like the fat. That
Do you know what's great though?
I fuck with deer jerky too.
Homemade deer jerky is my mom. When my mom worked at Shields back in the day, she had this little old man that always brought in these fat fucking sacks of homemade deer jerky.
Which
Yeah.
one did she work at? The one in Wilkes-Barre?
Yeah.
Dude, I think when I worked there was a dude who used to come in and give fucking venison jerky
Yeah.
sticks to the kitchen and shit. That might have
Not.
been
It
the
wasn't
same
even. The
dude.
stick. It was literally like nice size fucking pieces
Yeah.
of jerky. It was so good.
He definitely came in and gave him to
So
the fucking
fucking
kitchen and
good, dude.
produce, and he was proud of that shit.
God, it was great.
Because you
It
get
had
so
like
much
it
meat.
had like a barbecuey flavor to it.
You get
Oh,
so
man,
much
those be
meat
the
from a
best.
fucking deer, and if you don't have anybody to share it with, you got to just give it to everybody you know, or it's going to go bad eventually.
Right.
You can only
Like not everybody's like into like venison,
dehydrate
but like
so much of it.
Let's keep it deep.
nah, I would dehydrate a whole fucking deer, bro.
The whole thing?
I would have just deer jerky for day. I could eat beef jerky as much as I can eat chicken wings.
Right.
I mean, it's
I
not
would
a bad
that would
idea.
be my diet.
Go hunting one year, get a deer, fucking dehydrate it, and you got a deer in case the zombie apocalypse happens. Everybody should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Go get one deer.
2 deer.
I want
Goals.
5. I'm gonna need 5.
Damn. They're going to put a restriction on our asses.
No, if you get one a year, you just stock it up because I'm gonna eat that one that year, all of it.
It's okay.
Yeah, I like some good deer. Deer steaks.
I think I just
See,
got
deer
used
steaks
to
dry out
processed meat and
really
stuff.
fast, so you got to cook them like perfect.
Yeah, you gotta know how you gotta know what you're doing. When
You gotta handle your meat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what happens when you're eating an animal that's fighting for its
Funny
life all the
nigga.
time. That muscle and everything like that, you got to know what you're doing with it.
Just really fucking lean.
Yeah, them tasty motherfuckers strong too. They breaking cars and shit.
Have you ever been hunting for a deer?
I ain't never been hunting for no
No.
deer.
For nothing? Have you ever been hunting?
No.
I hunt for some birds.
My
went-
father-in-law does though.
I went
and
hunting one time, and I fell asleep with a loaded weapon in my hand with no safety on. Never went again. because I was with somebody, and he could have very easily taken the gun out of my hands, and he didn't. He's like, I thought it was nice that you were sleeping. Well, nice? What? Well, you were tired.
Was your finger on the trigger?
Whether it was or wasn't, it's a fucking shotgun, dude. Kurt Cobain got
How
away
are
with
you
no
fucking
finger on
deer
the
hunting
trigger.
with a shotgun?
That's what I don't know. That's what I had.
I thought you go rifle hunting.
Maybe it was a
Buckshot,
rifle.
no, you can
I
do
thought it was a
buckshot.
shotgun though.
You use shotgun.
I mean, you can't. Like, you gotta get real fucking close.
I guess he was planning on getting real fucking close.
Yeah. We were definitely. Wait, I don't even think we were deer hunting. I think we were hunting pheasant. Not pheasant. What's the turkey? It was turkeys. That's what it
Turkey
was.
hunting?
Yeah, turkey hunting. I lived in the Poconos in the middle of the fucking woods.
Yeah, it's. I mean, my dad's dad, my poppy was a hunter, but my dad never was. So it's like I never really got into it. Like my only one of my uncles ever went hunting with my grandfather, and nobody else really did. It's just not something I was ever like raised on, so I never got into it. You know what I mean? But like,
No, I don't. Getting up early ass in the morning to go sit in the fucking cold
ass
ass
crack of
woods.
dawn.
Yeah. No thanks. Even fishing. I'm not a fisher.
No, I love
don't get that
fishing,
either.
though. I could do fishing.
My biggest problem with fishing
Give me like a 12-pack.
everybody
12
tells
pack,
me
fresh pack of cigarettes. I'll go fishing all day.
they tell me to be quiet when we go fishing.
Like, you're not gonna scare the fish.
You gotta be quiet. That's what they used to tell me. Maybe they just didn't want to hear me talk.
That's probably it.
No, I mean if you're like on.
I mean,
how
it's
you
it's
say,
supposed to be
on
like one of those
shore or
like
on land and you're
peaceful like
fishing from there,
reaction.
Then
Like,
yeah, you could chat, but when you in the boat, keep the chatting to a minimum.
why?
It's just the vibe. It's just the catching the vibe.
It really is a vibe. It's not that you're gonna scare the fish.
Yeah,
it's
it's
honestly
just a vibe.
it's like a relaxing
bro,
sport.
It's different.
Yeah,
like if you
that's
on
not-
land and y'all fishing from land, then yeah, bust it
Right,
up,
I
have
mean,
your beers and all that.
See,
but
the thing is, you're not
you get
supposed to
in the
be.
boat and you out there and you
Well, I get it.
the conversation. You gonna have a little conversation, but it's gonna be small.
Well, the sound reverberates off the water and the inside of your boat and everything, and they hear everything.
Oh, we're getting into physics. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I'm saying I understand why people got to be quiet, but I'd rather go do something that you be quiet
As
for
soon
a
as you
second.
said that reverberation line, all I literally thought of is Jim Carrey's Grinch when he's whispering. He's like, by the time the sound reverberates off the walls, gets back to me, you're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
That's literally all that came to mind as soon as you started breaking it down like that.
That movie's so good, so fucking good.
We were talking about it earlier with the rumors of him coming back doing a second one.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It really would.
He's really talking about that.
Yeah.
I've talked
That's like
about.
That's
yeah.
like Robert Englund jumping back in fucking Freddie makeup.
There was a special they made about.
He's starting
the
to get too old though. It's
What's the
scaring
name?
me.
Thinks that they can bring him back for the
Who?
movie. The ones that are planning to do the new Nightmare on Elm Street. I can't think of their names right now.
Like, you got to give him a lot of fucking money, or he's not going to do
And
it.
they're the same people who oh my god, what movie did they just do? I can't
Scream?
think of it right now.
Did you see the new Scream? Was it good?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh,
I
me
told you I
either.
got certain movies that I'm checking for. I wasn't highly checking for Scream. That's like something I could catch when it
Dude,
comes
I don't
streaming
know if that
digital.
one. That one looks fucking wild though. Based
But-
off in New York.
I gotta see Evil Dead.
I feel like they made Scream the new
yeah.
one just because the certain women to put in it and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like the new Wednesday and stuff like that. Just get these women in the movie. We'll sell tickets.
I mean, I've always been a fan of Scream. I mean the originals because
Right.
of Wes. And then it's like so they got a little outrageous. You know
After
what I
the
mean?
second one, I was not.
This
really
looks
about
this
Scream
looks like
anymore.
it's interesting, but it's not something like. Again, I'm such a fan of certain.
I've
know,
avoided
You like the
spoilers,
genre.
but I've heard rumors, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about these rumors.
and then it's always been a thing for me. Like when you take some of our best directors and writers, and they're not
Right.
here anymore, and then
They're
you
like,
start fucking around with their shit.
Let's fucking play around and see what we could do.
Not everybody's George Lucas or Steven
You know, it's
Spielberg. They're
like-
not smart enough to keep the rights to all their shit.
Not everybody's Wes Craven.
No, and not everybody's not Wes
Yeah,
Craven.
but I don't think he didn't keep his shit though. That's his problem.
Yeah,
That's why people are allowed to do
Speaking
what
of
they
some
want.
of the greats,
That's why you're gonna.
fucking George Lucas didn't either. I mean, he has a hand in it, but
He sold the toy rights.
I literally
think.
just
no,
seen-
fucking Disney owns Star Wars.
Oh, that's it wasn't those rights. It was the merchandise rights that he kept. I knew
Yeah.
he kept something. To
Yeah,
make sure
because
that he had
he's
the
still
money
getting
rolling
fucking
in.
paid.
Yeah,
He'll get paid. His great grandchildren will be paid.
he almost
Forever.
went bankrupt after he made Howard the Duck, and then he had to sell off a bunch of shit. But the stuff he kept was the merchandising rights. I'm remembering all this now that we started talking about him.
But I didn't know that Clive Barker did another Books of Blood movie. and I don't know how I missed it, but apparently it came out in 2020.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff caught in the
Yeah, it's
hustle
like,
and
how did
bustle of the
Right, when it was like
2021.
Right. The thing is, like, when it was released, is like, oh well, it was probably meant for theaters. Maybe it just got
it's
direct
like-
release.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how I missed it because the first one came out like when I was a fucking kid. I was like,
They
I
probably
don't know,
did.
maybe like 11 years old when I seen Books of Blood. So when I seen it, it was on Hulu.
Do you know what always makes me so fucking sad though? My wife can't watch horror movies.
Oh, it sucks.
Dude, it breaks my heart so much because like I would just love to lay in bed and throw on like a fucking classic.
Yeah. But
And
bro,
she can't.
he did such a
Yeah, they're
fucking
scary.
phenomenal job with this second movie. And I didn't even know it was him until the end. So when I see this shit, I'm like, Books of Blood. I'm like, and me and my girl watching it, so I'm like, she's like, oh, did you see this movie before? I was like, I seen a Clive Barker Books of Blood, and I'm like, I never known him to come out with another one. So as I'm watching it, I'm like, whoever did this fucking movie this is pretty fucking good. Like I'm like, it's really, you know, it got me on the edge of my seat. You know what I'm saying? And then at the very end, written and directed by Clive Barker, I was like, what the fuck?
Do you know what reboot?
How did I miss this?
You know what reboot I
It's nothing
wouldn't be
worse than
mad
missing
about?
a movie you know you would have loved.
I wouldn't be mad about a Wishmaster reboot.
Wishmaster.
I don't know.
Oh my god. After the second one, they fucked up.
Yeah.
They went so left after the second one. It was like,
I've never even heard of it.
the first one scared me when I was a kid.
The
It
second
definitely,
one's really fucking good.
yeah, it definitely.
It's making me think of Page Master.
No, bro.
Nobody remembers that fucking movie. But I love
remember
it.
Page Master. Yeah, I love the Page Master.
Fucking horror adventure and
I actually,
what was it, fantasy?
Yeah, I actually bought the movie for the kids.
Do you know how like
That's an
I had
old
I had the VHS? Do you know how cool it was as a kid? Is watching all that fucking paint start dripping off the ceilings in the library.
Yeah, bro.
Hell
That
yeah.
was so fucking cool as a kid.
I
And then
love
the
movies like
transition into animation was
Fire.
so fucking good.
Fire.
To this day, though.
God,
the
I
best,
love that movie.
the best movie
But
to combine
Wishmaster ain't that.
animation and reality. It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The
Yeah,
combination of that.
You wanna
never
know
a
a
big
fun
fan of
fact
Who
that I
Framed
learned
Roger
this
Rabbit.
week about Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
What about it?
Did you know that Eddie Murphy was originally supposed to play the cop in that movie?
Instead of Bob Hoskins?
Yes, he turned it down.
Did you drink Girls too?
No, he turned it down and he ended up doing Beverly Hills Cop.
I was going to say Beverly Hills.
I mean,
Great
it's
decision.
a solid trade-off.
well, I mean,
it's-
Bob Hoskins went on to crush the role.
Yeah, from his point of view, he was like, I wish I would have did it.
Really?
Yeah, he said at first he said he read the script and he's like, humans talking to cartoons. Why am I doing this?
It's such a
And
good
then
idea, though.
after it happened and the movie fucking blew up,
Yeah.
he was like, I wish I would have took the role.
All right, but then he was a man that talked to animals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking, he was Dr. Doolittle.
He probably learned his lesson from that
I
shit.
was gonna say. He ain't learned his lessons from shit.
You don't like Eddie Murphy?
I like him. I
Do you know was
think,
another banger back in the day
I think he.
that everybody underrates?
What's
What?
that?
Flubber.
Flubber
was a
was
great
good.
movie.
Flubber was good. That's like such an enjoyable family movie.
Yo, one of my favorites is when he puts it on the bottom of the sneakers, and they're bouncing around in the fucking in the basketball. So
Yo,
good.
I like when the guys that are supposed to be beating him
Robin
up can't
Williams
beat
was
him
the
up and
man,
everything.
bro. Like, not for nothing. Robin Williams was the man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I loved him in Jack.
I
That was one of my favorite movies, bro, as a kid.
just like so
You
many
remember
other
Jack?
people. I
Yo.
wish that the whole world, or at least all the people that appreciated Robin Williams, I wish that we knew how much he needed it, and we could have all just somehow told them all at the same time that everything you're doing is amazing.
And we love you.
We love you. Don't change a fucking thing.
Fucking Hook.
Yeah. Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hello.
When I was a
Aladdin.
kid, growing up,
Dude,
singing the
honestly,
Genie
like-
song all the time.
Friend like me, yeah. If
Mhm.
I wish Disney would have stuck to their fucking word, so Robin Williams would have reprised Genie in return, because it would have been so much fucking better and it would have sold so much more.
I didn't mind it because the voice of Homer Simpson was the guy who took over for Genie in the TV show and the second one. And then Robin Williams came back and did the third one. But the third one was trash story.
What was it, King of Thieves?
No, was that the King of Thieves?
With the gold hand?
I
I thought it
don't,
was Prince
We're-
of Thieves.
I don't remember.
Well, something like that.
Yeah.
It was when he finds out his dad was like
Yeah.
the biggest thief in the
Yeah.
world.
If that
or
was
whatever.
the third one, then that's the
It was
one.
like
that Robin
the
Williams came
hand
back.
of Midas or whatever.
Mhm.
Like that was the treasure.
Because it's Aladdin and then what's that?
Return of Jafar.
And then,
The show was
It's
the
Alibaba
best.
and the 40 Thieves.
That's what it was,
Well,
Yeah.
that wasn't the name of the movie.
wasn't it?
No.
Aladdin, Prince of Thieves was the name
It was
of the
like
movie.
Prince of Thieves or something
Yeah,
like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Yo, the first one's fucking hilarious though. When Iago
And it definitely wasn't Alibaba in the 40
is
Thieves.
shoving
because
the
that
fucking
was,
crackers in the
I thought
Sultan's
that's what they were
mouth.
called.
right.
Dude. Sultan want a cracker?
I thought that's what
Salt
the
want
group
a
of them were
cracker.
called.
No,
And
I don't think so. Because when he sings about it, when Genie sings about it in the first movie, that was a previous story. He said, "Remember when Alibaba had them 40 thieves?" So he was talking about in the past. He wasn't talking about what's happening in the future.
But how do we know that's the future?
Because eventually,
Because Aladdin fucking progresses.
It could be an alternate timeline.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
Yeah.
It was not called Alibaba and the 40 Thieves.
No, I didn't say it was called Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. I said the people in the show in the movie was Alibaba
they
and the
were
40
definitely
Thieves.
though. That's what they were. We thought you were
Yeah, I
saying
said
the name
the
of the
movie.
was that.
The name of the movie was Aladdin, Prince of Thieves.
Something like that.
I said that from the beginning. But I'm saying the people in there they were called. I was Alibaba and the 40 Thieves.
They were called that in the movie?
Yeah, because the father was Alibaba,
The second one is where Jafar was the genie,
and he was the one that
little-
was running the 40 Thieves.
No, it was Aladdin's dad was running the 40 Thieves.
That's what he just said.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going off what I just said.
No,
My bad.
I'm saying.
That shows you how much I watched that movie.
Yeah, he was Ali.
Not many
He
times.
was, he
The
was
third
Alibaba.
movie was the show was great.
I never watched the show.
Oh, really?
I used to watch the show.
What was the bad guy's name who had like that flying fish bad guy with him?
I don't fucking remember,
And it like
bro.
talked and everything. It was awful.
It was mad ugly. Had the one big eye.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I don't
He knows
remember.
what I'm talking about.
I don't remember the name.
I don't either.
I'm also not 48, so
That's fine.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Well, if you want to know what the fuck we're rambling about, check out Disney Plus.
is it on there?
No.
That's
Now-
sad.
as
Now
I-
you got me so
I know.
fucking excited.
As I said,
He's
it,
like,
I,
I'm
now
ready
I
to check
can
it
watch
out.
it.
I
Yeah.
just remembered
Me and Max are watching it tomorrow.
one of the things that they haven't put on there is the animated series for most of their they made a Aladdin, Mermaid, and Hercules animated.
Do you remember
TV
the-
show.
do you remember the-
Hercules
do you remember
TV
the-
show was my shit.
It was great.
Yeah, the cartoon.
you remember
joint.
Buzz Lightyear and the Space Rangers? That was pretty cool.
They
I never-
talk.
I
They
never
act
seen
like
it.
that show never existed.
I never
Space
even heard of it.
Rangers?
Yeah, and I don't know why.
Where they had like
Great.
the little robot with the 2 tracks, and
And he was voiced by Larry Miller, great comedian. I love that
I
show.
never seen that one.
it was a good show.
It
I
was
mean,
on-
it was a little. It was definitely after.
It was on
obviously
like
after Toy Story
Saturday
came out.
morning
Yeah.
or after school
It was like
on like
Space Rangers
11
or
or,
something.
Channel 9.
Oh shit!
Yeah, one of those. It was good though. Maybe it
Remember
was,
back in the day, we used to always get corrected. This is not a movie review podcast.
Yeah.
Bitch, this is a podcast of whatever the fuck we want it to
Yeah,
be.
whatever we
And
just
guess
started
what this
talking
episode is? This sounds like a reminiscing and what type of movies we like to watch.
Or whatever we're getting ready for.
Yo,
I mean,
it was such a different time with the classic cartoons, bro. Like, I think about
Yeah.
some of the fucking, when
I hate the remakes. Why are you trying to reboot such a good fucking thing?
They have
You know,
legitimately
one
run
of
out
my,
of good ideas.
one of my
They
favorites that I
need
think
to
is like
write a
a
screenplay.
slept-on classic cartoon, Bobby's World.
Yo, Bobby's World was good, and then what came on after that? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah.
That's what came on right after
know?
that.
I don't remember
The
who,
little Wisconsin boy.
who was the uncle on Bobby's World. It was Uncle some. Hey, Babo.
Yep.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, what is his name?
I don't remember, but it was Uncle
But
whatever.
we need a streaming service for those shows.
Yeah.
We want those.
You know what I
cartoons when
even
we
like,
Attack of the
bro?
Killer Tomatoes,
I know this shit
like-
might sound off, but I even like the fucking animated Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
That was
I
good.
haven't
I
watched
thought that was
in a minute.
good.
Do you remember Louis Anderson had a
Oh my
cartoon
god,
show?
Louis the
Life with Louis?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All of those shows we need a streaming service
Classic.
for.
Those were good shows, man.
It was like It wasn't Disney XD. It was. They were like Fox.
Fox Kids.
Fox.
They were
Kids,
Fox
yep.
Kids.
Yeah.
That's when we got the X-Men, the real
Fucking
X-Men,
Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs,
Power
you know what I'm
Rangers
saying?
and all
Power
that stuff.
Rangers.
You know, me and Duval were having a
I
conversation.
think Beetleborgs
about
are on fucking
cartoons.
Netflix though.
They might be. All
I
right.
didn't know that.
So
think they are.
me and Duval did a dive yesterday looking into how many actual Nicktoons there are and how many cartoons there are. If you could only pick one group of cartoons to watch and you couldn't touch the other one ever again.
Out of those two,
Cartoon is like Dexter's Lab.
I
and
know.
all
I'm
those.
just saying.
Cartoon,
this-
cartoon.
You got to pick between those, but you can never watch the other one ever again. So you could pick Nicktoons and you could watch SpongeBob and Rocco, but you can never watch Ed, and Eddie again.
I think I'm going cartoons.
I think I'm going cartoons.
I think I'm going cartoons.
the sheer volume, after I looked at it, I gotta go with Nicktoons.
Yeah, because I love cartoons, but when I think about Nicktoons, you're talking about Hey Arnold, Cat Dog, Angry Beavers, fucking
Rocco.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Chalk
I
Zone.
thought
Chalk Zone.
I thought Angry Beavers was Cartoon Network.
No.
but it was Nick, wasn't it?
It was.
Nope.
Yeah, I changed my mind
Angry
then.
Beavers. I mean, like
I've changed my mind because Chalk Zone was also Flames.
Yes.
But then on the other hand, you also had what was
Jimmy
it?
Neutron.
After I tried watching it again, I couldn't get into the animation for that show.
It's weird when
It
you're
wasn't
watching
great.
it. It doesn't age well, the animation.
That animation did not age well because it
But
is not great.
I like the show.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh my God.
Invader Zim.
Invader Zim is my fucking shit. I love Invader Zim.
There's just so
I
many.
bought the whole fucking all the seasons on DVD.
The catalog for Nicktoons is just extensive
What was, like-
and really good.
What was that one? Kablam. What was that on?
Kablam
Kablam was on
Kablam
Nickelodeon.
was Nick?
Yep.
Was Stinky Diver?
Yep.
Yes.
And
Kablam.
Fizz and Fondue.
Yeah. All of Kablam.
Dude, Prometheus
Keenan
and
and
Bob
Kel.
used
Fuck,
to make
we
me
getting
piss
the
my
whole
pants.
list of fucking Nickelodeon was fire, bro.
Now, that's not to say that cartoon's not great because you
Yeah,
do-
they have classics too.
between Samurai Jack and
Cow
Ed,
and
Ed
Chicken.
Eddie, Powerpuff Girls.
Cow and Chicken was my shit.
You could just tell by the animation style too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the animation style for the Cartoon Network was more vivid and stuff where I wouldn't say it was muted colors, but it was more.
I think that's
It wasn't.
why
It wasn't as bright of colors for Nickelodeon.
there were less cartoons because they were going for quality over
That's
quantity.
what I'm thinking. Like there would, if thinking back on it, it was like brighter, like more detailed images than
And they were more about being funny, whereas Nicktoons, for a while anyway,
Mass-produced.
They were starting to get very. What was the one? My Life is Ginger or My Life was
Oh, my life is Ginger.
the
Yeah.
one where she's like a paper doll or something.
No.
No,
This
no,
was,
it's not.
it was
No,
pretty
that-
much just a preteen girl.
Oh no, that
going
was.
through
I
life.
think that was.
She had the braces and the curly
Yeah.
red hair.
And it was like, all right, cool. This is
What was
definitely more
Wild
for the
Thornberries?
preteen
Wild
girls.
Thornberries, Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
That was Flames.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Ah, Real Monsters.
I'm one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I gotta
All right,
go
yeah,
with Nick.
You're not wrong.
That's
I'm gonna
what I
go
mean.
with- yeah.
I mean, when you got Tim Curry doing the voice on 3 of your shows, Rugrats, All Real Monsters, and fucking Wild Thornberries.
Oh my God, how can you forget about Rugrats? Nickelodeon, bro.
Oh, the OGs are Rugrats, Doug,
Doug?
Ren and Stimpy.
Mm-hmm.
I was never allowed to watch Ren and Stimpy as a kid, and then I look back and I'm like, yeah, I know why my mom never let me watch Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah,
as a
Ren and
kid.
Stimpy was like
Probably better anyway because it's ruined by.
they were like Beavis and Butthead before Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about the creator of Ren and Stimpy? He
No.
was dating teenage girls when he was making
Oh,
the show and
man.
shit. I
What
know.
about
It ruins your childhood when you find this fucking shit out. It's
Okay,
horrible.
what about MTV versus VH1?
Oh, MTV hands down.
when
Prime. In their prime.
in their prime?
MTV.
Like they had the music videos, but they
Yeah.
also started coming out with like the shows and the
See,
reality.
I really
and-
enjoyed the shows on VH1, the 90s shows and the 70s shows when they talked about the eras.
Mhm.
I really
You was
dug
talking about
those.
some Where Are They Now? Those that
Kind of like those shows.
Yeah, no,
And Behind the Music,
Behind Music is cool too.
Untouchable.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, but that's one show that you're depicting the whole.
But
VH1
what
had
show-
pop-up video.
what did you? I mean, Real World.
I hated that.
Pop-up video.
I hated that. That get
Bro,
on my
I love
nerves.
those cool fucking facts.
They were cool facts, but sometimes it's like, yo, get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, I
This-
hated that. Bro.
Why are you interrupting Thriller?
That should be jamming and then pop up video. I mean, oh my God, I hated that.
You're
shit.
watching Thriller and they're telling you that the people in the background lost their keys while filming the scene.
Yeah,
It's like,
like,
I don't give a fuck.
Right. I'm trying to see Michael jam. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you're not wrong, but
made
I still
Thriller.
I'm like a fact
talk-
guy.
you
I
talking about-
just like knowing random facts. So it's
Oh,
like-
I
talking
love
about
the
TRL. What else we had on there? Fucking
I always thought Carson Daly was afraid. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Like when he would
afraid of
talk
what?
to his guests.
his eyes got really big when
Like
he
he'd have
talked.
Eminem on, and it looked like is Eminem.
well,
hippie?
Eminem was on some wild. They had some issues.
Eminem was on some wild
Yeah,
shit
they
back
had
then.
to-
That's
yeah.
why he was on that
Maybe
hair
I-
bleaching vodka.
maybe I
Yes,
picked a
yes,
random
yes,
dude.
certain
That was
people
Slim
were on some
Shady.
shit.
That
Yeah.
was not Eminem. That was
Coolio
Slim
shows
Shady.
up and he still thinks he's gonna get slapped and like.
Right, you got ODB coming
R.I.P.
on.
That's
Coolio.
because he would say wild shit about people on them interviews and shit back then.
Oh, so he was just afraid of getting retaliation
Yeah,
for
yeah.
being. Well, if you
Carson
talk
Daly
shit,
was like
Like a fire. He was like
Charlemagne
a fire.
the guy
He was like a
before,
fire starter.
Yeah, before Charlemagne was, you know what I mean?
Like he was like the one that dropped all the gossip and shit.
Yup. Before they were spilling tea, he was spilling all of it.
Well,
Like
he
in
was
the
trying to
morning
get
getting ready
ratings.
for
He wanted you to watch.
in the morning getting ready for school. Boom! I had on MTV.
Yup.
Did you ever
Music videos.
go
all
to
morning.
or want to go to Times Square and try and be on camera? while the
Not
show's
once,
on?
not never.
No.
I never want to be in Times Square in my life. I'd never want to go to New York again in my life if I can avoid it.
I was gonna say, but you've been to Times Square.
See,
right?
and then
Yeah.
and then MTV
No?
doubled up
Yeah.
on us.
Oh,
They
all right.
they hit
Like-
us with MTV, then MTV too. They doubled up like they was popping.
They
Like
did.
speaking of Times Square,
But
like
I mean,
What was those shows that was
There's
coming
6
on?
ESPNs, but they're not all good.
When those,
you know
when
what
those people
Right.
all live into their house, live into
Real
the-
World.
Yeah, Real World, bro.
I fucked with Road Rules,
Road Rules was fire.
but then they started
Road
making
Rules
these
good.
shows ridiculous.
Next,
Next was good.
Was that the dating one?
What's
Yeah.
the
Dating one.
what's the bedroom one? Room Raiders.
Room Raiders. I loved Room Raiders.
That shit
Yeah,
was
but then-
funny.
I lived for Room Raiders.
Some stuff I don't think should have been content for a show. Like
What's the
I
think
think
one where-
Catfish is a little too much.
Catfish
No,
is my shit. I love
Dude,
Catfish.
I was gonna say you're not gonna win
Yeah,
that.
you know, I love
I
Catfish.
know.
Dude,
I know.
loves
Listen,
Catfish.
I get it, and I totally understand. I understand the appeal. I just don't.
What's
I
the one-
don't like how it's it's blatantly taking advantage of people. And Neve even
Yeah.
says it pretty much on the show. Like,
How
yeah,
you figure, bro?
What's the one? Date My Mom.
they are
Oh, Date My Mom. Yo, that
You
was
remember
fire.
that?
Yeah.
on Catfish. They're looking for somebody who has been taken advantage of. Straight off the bat, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a vulnerable person.
That's what makes TV.
No, it's people writing into it. You're not looking for them. They're looking for your help.
That's like a fucking Dear Abby column.
They're not.
Yeah.
I know, but they're not tripping over these people. They're sending
That's
in
like-
letters and
you're
they're
like-
going through them to find the most vulnerable and
right.
saddest
That's
story.
TV.
I know, and that's why I'm saying they're taking advantage of these people. That's
they're
all
not,
I'm
they're not
saying.
taking advantage. They're helping people.
Listen, they are getting compensated.
I mean,
they're absolutely getting compensated. Are they getting compensated as much as they should be? No fucking way. These people are getting thrown through.
So
the,
it's their
Through the
fault.
gauntlet.
It's their fault. It's not
Do you
fucking
think it's-
Catfish's fault.
But when these people sign up for it,
It is
right?
the catfish's fault. It's not the one being
And
fish.
even
Yeah.
though they think or know that when they find out, okay, I'm probably going to find out I'm being catfished, but I'm going on the show to find out. But when the one finds out that it was a dude who was just doing it maliciously to be like a super fucking villain to fuck with his life, and then he finds that out on
Literally
TV,
just makes me think of
I don't know how much of it is real. There's reality TV.
I'm not
and you
really a
don't know
man.
anything, but
I'm a horse.
yeah, there's all sorts of weird shit.
So what?
I'm not really a horse.
I'm a broom.
I'm a broom.
Oh my god.
I gotta be honest. I'm surprised. That's such an old throwback. Fucking. That's like first or second season Family
Yeah.
Guy.
So good.
But to go back to, I just think that these people are in a very vulnerable situation, and if it's just gonna be like, okay, the person turned out to be heavier than they said they were.
So would
Or-
you would rather there not be a show and they just do it in secret?
Not that. I just
Alright,
think
well-
these people maybe they don't know what the end result could be.
They fucking know. Catfish been on TV
Now they know.
for 10 fucking years.
Now they definitely know.
almost 12, 13 years it's been on.
Like that'd be saying if you
It
see
don't
the-
even matter. The first season
if I saw
was a
camera
hit.
crew,
So everybody that wrote in the Catfish seen the show. They knew what the fuck
And
they're
if-
getting into.
and if a camera crew came around with
That's why
cops
you got
t-shirts on,
motherfuckers-
I'd know we're fucked because here comes cops. We're in trouble.
right.
You know what's going down on
Bum,
cops.
bum,
And when you sign up for Catfish and you want to know these answers, but I'm saying, do you really think when they're looking for the truth, do they think it's going to be this? There's no way.
You
these
have
people-
no
There's no way they're
idea.
getting the fairy tale person that they fell in love with.
No,
behind
but
the
worst
phone.
case
Sometimes
scenario,
they
you're
do.
thinking
Couple-
like maybe
A
they're
few
just,
times, few
A few,
seasons.
that's it.
oh, they send me
But
pictures
still.
and the girl looks like she's a
It's
9 or a
always-
10, and she's probably going to be like a 6 or a 7. That's what I'm willing to find out. But
Or like
then
a
you
4 or
find out
5.
that it's a broom. The whole world is like, dude, I can't believe the whole world just found out that I've been digging on a broom.
Well,
that's
I mean,
depressing.
It's not depressing, bro.
I think.
Everybody go through it. We everybody get hit their licks, bro.
You don't think
How many
anybody who's
times
ever
have you
been
been
on that show has
catfished?
been bummed out?
How many times have you been catfished and who's hurt you?
Oh, nobody's
That's
got
what I'm
me.
saying, bro. He's like,
Who's hurt you,
when
Mac?
I get pictures, I ask for newspapers with the date on it. And
I
write
want you
shit
holding a
with my name
spoon
on it.
upside down with your pinky and your thumb.
I want you holding chopsticks with your pinky and your fucking thumb at the same time.
Put
holding
chopsticks
three
in your
fingers.
mouth like a walrus. Now.
some wild
All right.
shit.
Do you know what else we need? We need a streaming service for game shows.
Yeah, there's some fucking classic great game shows.
We don't have one yet.
No.
It doesn't exist.
It's only
This is Jeopardy.
the game show network is only available through like
Through
a few like paid things, like
Yeah.
through like cable services.
Xfinity, DirecTV.
But it's not like an app that you
Fortune!
can pick shows.
Probably because it's older people
Wheel of
that get it.
Fortune,
And
Price
they
is
don't.
Right.
They don't want
All of
people.
them. Let's
getting
make a
streaming
deal.
services.
Like you're sick on a Wednesday, that's what I'm watching.
I watch game shows.
I'm watching fucking Let's Make a
Actually-
Deal. I'm watching Price is Right.
They have.
I'm watching all of them.
If you
I
get
like
a
all that
Fire
shit.
Stick, I just found out that there's a game show channel on Fire Stick. You get Pluto for free when you get a Fire Stick. You can just watch all that shit all day long. I was watching
Well,
1980s Price
Free
is
if you
Right.
got Roku.
Yeah, anything.
that's what I'm saying. But like, other than that, like, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
That used to be my shit.
like. I'm talking about like all
When
like
that was in
game
its
shows
prime,
type
everybody was
shit.
running home to watch Who Wants
I
to
wanted
Be a
to be
Millionaire.
on
Right.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire when I was young.
Like
boy.
those are the shows that I like watching, or like
We talked about that shit in school.
With
guys
Regis.
You ever watch
Yeah.
The Chase?
I think so.
The Chase is on Hulu. It's basically like you get like this really smart person, so you'll get people that were like previously on Jeopardy,
Oh, I do know what you're talking
and like you have to like compete and ask questions. Like I love those things because one, I love learning random
Yeah, you're
things.
getting information.
Two, sometimes I know shit, and then Sam looks at me like, "How did you know that answer?" I said, "I don't know.
I just know shit.
That's what I literally tell her. I just know shit.
I don't know a lot.
I know.
But I know a little about it.
I know mad random shit.
I know a disgustingly large amount of random things,
Yeah.
but I can't just pull them out of my brain. But if it's like, if I'm asked it in a multiple
the
choice, I'll be like,
moment.
boom,
Boom.
that's the answer. That's why I love those shows because it's just expanding my random ass
Yeah,
knowledge.
it's testing your brain.
And then you end up in one of those situations. Did you know? And, and then you're that person at like a party. Like,
I be
did
that
you
motherfucker
know?
all the time. Did you know? You be like
Those
oh,
shows
man,
went the way of the
random shit.
dinosaur for a while, though, and we were left with shows like Hole in the Wall and Let's Make a Deal.
I'm all right. I'm down
No-
to watching those too.
But no,
I liked Let's Make a Deal. Hold on, while I didn't like.
well, Hole in the Wall. It was
that
just,
was like that was a Nickelodeon show.
it was like a
Hole in the Wall was a Nick show.
Yeah,
no, it was on Fox.
I know I like Let's Make a Deal.
It was like Double Dare is how I compared that show. But Let's Make a Deal.
Right, but I'm saying like American
was-
Gladiator.
it was
Give
fun.
me all of them.
we could all pick a number and then we could play along with them at home
Give
and
me
be like,
Legends
"Nah,
of-
don't get rid of that box. I want that or that briefcase." Oh.
Right, give me Legends of the Hidden Temple. Like,
Yo.
just compile every game
I
show
signed
that's
me
ever
and-
been out.
I signed me and Duvall up for that when it came back, the remake.
Your Legend hit
We didn't get called. We didn't get called
that
back.
was the shit, dude.
I said it's because I entered with a black partner. If I had entered with you as a partner, we probably would have made it.
we would have killed
That's
it
crazy.
too.
That's disrespectful.
Team Barracudas.
That was
That's
Purple
wild.
Monkeys.
You see
Oh!
damn, bro. What's
What?
going on? That was wild.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite team growing up.
What?
The
Team
Purple
Gold-
Monkeys.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it
I thought
Purple
it was- I
Monkeys
thought
or
it said
Golden
something else.
Monkeys? I don't know.
No, it was the Purple Parrots.
It was something like that.
Purple Parrots and the Golden Monkeys.
I know it was the Blue Barracudas.
the Blue Barracudas, the Silver Snakes.
Yeah. You don't remember the teams?
No.
Oh, it was a good show, man. I love that show.
Do you know it'd be badass if for Beer Olympics this year we all choose Legends of the Hidden Temple teams?
Oh shit. They
That'd
sell
be
the
fun.
shirts and stuff too.
Whatever, bro.
Nah, I want to be Poland still. I lied.
I want to come as Freddy Krueger.
Ty just showing up as shit as Freddy Krueger.
He's just wiggling his fingers the whole fucking day.
Oh, show up as Freddy Krueger.
Too bad this bitch died standing on her feet.
Yeah.
You all look pretty tired. Well, fuck, man. No.
He just walks up to you after he fucking slams a beer. Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Oh, shit.
He just knows every corny one-liner that Freddy says in all the movies.
I
Just
I
keeps
literally
hitting them.
do.
I
Just
love
keeps
when he
hitting
uses the
them.
power glove.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Everything he does is
Honestly,
corny but funny.
Dream Warriors is hands down my all-time favorite in
Yeah,
Nightmare on
Dream
Elm
Warriors
Street.
is definitely.
Hands down my favorite.
My order goes.
If they were to fucking remake it, I want the original cast of Dream Warriors.
They would never do it.
But imagine if they all came back and like they all experienced it again as adults.
But they died.
Right, but what if they didn't? There's a
I don't want them
lot
to
of
do that. Don't fuck
what ifs.
around with Freddy's shit.
This is what's happening though, because they have no fresh ideas for anything, so they're just gonna remake stuff. And
I'd
fuck up all the stuff you like.
I'd rather the remake that they're talking about doing with Freddy. But that shit don't fuck around.
They're really doing a remake where it's not gonna be Robert England.
Well,
They've already did it once and fucking
they
trashed it.
they keep saying
They
that
did
they
one where
think
he
that they
wasn't in
have.
it?
To,
Oh my god, it was so bad. It was the dude that plays Rorschach in The
Yeah,
Watchmen.
It wasn't horrible.
It was not great.
It wasn't
They got
great.
way too deep into his backstory.
Yeah,
just like they did with Rob Zombie's Michael Myers.
Yeah, because he fucked part 2. He fucked it up.
You get once you get like way too deep in like a lore
Yeah,
that's
the first-
supposed to be like kind of the unknown, but you kind of know what happened.
Yeah,
like
it's
you
too
don't
much.
need to dig into fucking backstories.
Yeah, I hope they get Robert Englund back, but the guy that keeps, I guess he's like saying that he wants the role, he's auditioning for him. I can't remember this motherfucker's name. I'm gonna send it to you. I follow him on Facebook. He looks really good in the makeup. He's actually a makeup artist himself. And
See,
an
my
actor.
issue is
I thought I
it's
saw the guy that played Pennywise.
my
last.
issue
I'm
is
trying
it's
to get
the
it.
nose. Like literally,
No,
like,
yeah, this guy, I'm telling you, Matt, bro, this dude, he looks really good in the makeup, but for some reason, these motherfuckers are really
Robert
kicking the
Englund's
gear on
nose
trying to get
is very
Robert
fucking
back.
iconic.
The problem with getting him back is what happens if it sparks up a new series and then Robert Englund dies, as people tend to do,
That's what I'm saying.
especially around that age.
Well, he had originally said that he was hanging up the hat.
These are all my children.
He's old though. He should be hanging it up.
And you know, I mean, I don't know. I would love to see him again. I mean, just for
I would love to get his
as a
autograph.
fan. Yeah, you know what I mean. I would love to see it again, but I wouldn't mind a new one that's really
Like
gonna do it justice.
I would love to go to like a horror con. That would be
Hell
badass.
They're gonna remake
Hell
it
yeah.
and they're gonna change that. Freddy doesn't even use the fucking clipper things on his fingers
No,
anymore.
they're
It's-
not. No, that's
You gotta have.
that's
the glove.
iconic. The glove is iconic, bro. It's
Did you
never
see?
going
Did you
anywhere.
see like the fan made one where like he like came through like the internet and stuff?
Yeah,
It was all right, but I was like,
it wasn't
stretch.
it. It wasn't it. I mean,
They made that movie. What was that movie where the horror thing was coming through the internet when it first came out?
Lawnmower Man.
Yes, thank you.
I
thought
know
you were
my
talking about
horror,
The
bro.
Ring.
I figured you would, but
I know my horror.
I don't like horror movies. They scare the shit.
Yeah,
out of me.
Lawnmower Man was
love
great.
horror
The
movies.
second one they fucked it up. but
I like
it's watchable.
funny horror movies, but don't.
like fucking
Okay,
Army of the Dead and shit. Not Army of the
Gizmo,
Gremlins.
What?
Gremlins. Thank you.
Dead, but fucking Mob
That's
Boys.
not. I hate
See,
people when people say
I
it's a
know
horror
you-
movie. It's not
but-
really a horror
But
movie.
to say that's not a horror movie, that means you're saying a movie like Dusk Till Dawn's not a horror movie.
That's so known as vampires. That's definitely a horror movie.
But why isn't Little Monsters
It's for kids.
popping out of? But it's not. It's rated.
Gremlins was not made for kids back in
It
the
wasn't.
day. It was not. It was not
Kids
geared
movie,
towards
bro.
kids.
It
Mogwai
wasn't
toys.
It wasn't
were
geared towards
kids,
it, but the Mogwais were,
they were killing people.
and they were fucking what Gremlins came from.
But they were killing people.
you know
and
what's
stuff
even
in those
better?
movies.
Yeah,
Toy soldiers.
But I'm saying it
Toy
was
Soldiers
funny.
is slept on,
That's a kid's.
Hard.
and it's hard, but it's.
I always wanted to be a
Toy Soldiers-
Gorgonite.
I don't
That's
consider
not
that a horror movie.
That's not a horror movie. No.
People put that in the horror category, bro.
Why?
Because
shit
it's
gets kinda
killing and
dark,
shit, it gets
but nobody
dark
gets
and
hurt.
Yeah, they
Fucking
do.
Chip Hazard,
Who gets hurt?
Nick Nitro.
Who gets hurt?
Was
That's
it
all I'm
Brick
asking.
Bazooka?
When you're talking about a horror movie, if there's no threat, that's
If there
when
ain't
the movie-
titties in it,
that's
then
when
it
the
ain't a horror movie.
Thank you.
Aren't there? There's no boobs in Gremlins.
No,
No.
it's a fucking Christmas movie for kids.
If there aren't boobs in
Both
it,
of
I don't
them.
consider it a horror movie.
It's only 2 Gremlins.
Aren't there? I thought there were 3.
It's one. They're making another one. It's Gremlins, and then there's Gremlins 2, the second batch. That's it.
I would say it's a horror movie though.
It's not.
Only
This,
because
this
people
fucking
die.
the
If
spider
nobody
gremlin's
died,
a
I'd
little
be
creepy
with you.
though.
If you can't listen,
And you
when
watch
you start
them
talking
die
about
on the screen.
when you
too.
talking about, but it's not.
you watch
it's-
them go through a paper shredder and stuff, and
yeah, look, you don't really see blood. You see the
But
green
that's why it's
splash
funny.
shit. It's a kids movie.
I think it's funny. They're funny.
Do you know what's a horror
movies.
movie?
Critters.
Puppet Master.
Puppet Master. If you want to talk about
But I
like
get you, but I'm
little
talking-
monsters, Critters.
But I'm talking about I would say that
That's
a
a
funny
horror.
movie.
That's a horror movie.
I would say Tremors is a funny horror movie. with
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon. That's funny. I like that movie. There's comedy involved. Even though there's people when they eat
It's
the
not
Asian,
like a horror
that
movie.
old Asian dude being eaten, but then
See,
2 minutes
you
later
can't-
they're making
see-
jokes.
See the thing about Tremors, bro, and I love Tremors.
Just the first one. Don't talk to me about nothing else.
No, I like Tremors 1, 2, and 3. The rest, it's just whatever. But you can't consider Tremors a horror movie. That's like saying
That's
is
what he
it?
said.
Jurassic
He said
Park
he's-
is a horror movie.
Well, I'm saying it's a funny
I mean,
horror movie. But what would
dinosaurs
you,
are ripping fucking people apart, but it's
what would
not
you call a
horror
movie that has people dying in it,
'Cause
but it's
kids
still
watch it.
funny? Because kids can't watch it. You're not supposed to have kids watching movies where people are dying.
a horror movie with.
And when I
it's
say
funny,
kids, I mean like 5-year-olds.
it's a comedy horror.
It's like
I
what's
feel like it's like its own like genre.
I feel like a comedy horror is something like Killjoy.
Leprechauns in the Hood.
Leprechauns in the Hood.
Yeah, okay, that's
comedy horror.
and I would agree. See, I would
But
agree. But not like
Gremlins-
scary
Even
movie.
No.
I would say Leprechaun is kind of like a comedy horror because
Yeah, it is.
See, I find
Well,
the first one
the
scary.
first one
the
First
first
one's
one
scary.
is
was not.
but the second one and the one at the
Yeah,
casino, like,
all of them. It was a comedy horror.
yeah.
Jason in Space.
That was not a comedy horror.
It wasn't supposed to be comedy, but it was
was
fucking
funny.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it wasn't comedy horror.
What's
though.
the one where Busta Rhymes is in it with?
I mean, that's not a comedy,
You're talking
but
about Halloween
H2O.
Resurrection?
Yeah,
Or no,
that's another one.
Resurrection? That's
not supposed to be funny, but it's funny. There's funny
But
parts
there's
in
always
it.
gonna you're always gonna have
I mean,
funny
but
elements.
but then you also are you gonna consider a Nightmare on Elm Street horror comedy
Yeah,
because Robert
there's-
Englund is fucking
there's
snarky?
there's hell
No, because that's just the villain making his one-liners.
that's what I'm saying. There's always going to be
But if you
comedy elements.
There's
in
going to be
certain
there's going to
situations.
be comedic relief in most
Movies.
things.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what's a perfect example?
because that's real life.
Because
You know?
if not, it's like terror. Like, but The Exorcist is horror.
Perfect
They don't make no
example-
goddamn jokes.
perfect example of right in the middle of the road of horror and comedy. Tales from the Crypt,
I love Tales from the Crypt.
and I also love it, but it's right in the middle. The movies are a little bit closer to horror.
What are you
But
talking about?
the
Bordello
TV
of Blood and
Bordello of Blood is pretty scary.
nah. I mean,
Demon Night.
Yeah, Demon Night. Demon Night was more scary than.
Is that the one with Corey Haim? In the
There's
beginning?
boobies in
it's-
Demon
yeah,
Night,
it's,
isn't
it's,
there?
It's
Wait.
Jada Pinkett.
Wait,
What's
there's
the name?
There's boobs
Billy
in Demon
Zane?
Night.
Billy Zane. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
so
the
it's a
one-
horror movie.
Yeah.
There's boobs. All right, so we're gonna put it in the horror
Yeah, it's
category
definitely
'cause
horror
there's
movie.
boobs
Yeah, there's
in
no.
there.
I thought that was way.
I love
I
the end of
remember
that
as a
movie.
kid when I first saw it, I was like,
Wait.
nipples.
Oh, don't fuck down. What? He started snapping before he let them demons
But
out.
that's why I'm saying Tales from the Crypt is perfect, and I put that in the same
I thought
category.
most of. See, that's the thing. I
Dust Till
never.
Dawn's the same kind of movie.
I never thought Tales from the Crypt was funny. I thought the Crypt Keeper.
The Crypt Keeper was funny, but the stories that
were
told.
not funny. They were very horrifying.
in the
As a kid.
Yo,
In the
bro,
same
no,
way
even
as the
as an
Twilight
adult,
Zone.
I still have fucking nightmares of that one episode with that bitch with the face, with the white face.
Yeah.
Remember she's supposed to be a
Uh-huh.
mask, and that was not a mask, and
Nope.
it was that fucking freaked me out.
What was the movie?
But that was that genre. It was
I can-
supposed to get you to where you're off guard and you're going where it's a normal show, kind of funny, rather
Her body
serious,
was bad though.
and then shit
Yeah.
went wild.
What was the movie? I don't know if it was a movie or part of like Tales from the Crypt, but it was like this group of teenagers, cliche,
Mhm.
but I remember the one part. They're like
for a reason.
they're in this like this fun house in this cart, and like there's like this like deformed monster looking dude like looking to kill them and shit, and like I always remember like just that scene as a kid, but I can never remember what fucking movie or show it was from.
Are
It
you
was,
talking
like,
about the movie Funhouse?
I don't think so.
That's a classic horror movie.
There is an episode of Tales
1978.
from the Crypt where kids go into a ride and they end up like.
But I'm saying it's
Running
like
for their
there was
lives.
like
Which
this.
season though?
There was
I
like
have
these,
all of them, bro. That's why I'm like trying to really.
It was like this
run
like
my memory.
it was like this weird ass like
And if-
deformed
even
like
if it was a
monster
show,
slash
maybe it was one of the
guy, and like
movies.
I just can't remember.
But
what the
they
fuck
didn't
it
have that
was.
many Tales from the Crypt movies.
3, right?
That's it.
And the one is Bordello of Blood.
Demon Knight.
Demon Knight.
The one is the circus fair one, the carnival one.
Maybe that's it.
They're in a carnival in it.
I gotta look it up.
I'd have to look it up too. I haven't seen these movies in 20
Like I
years.
said, it's like this. It's,
but I get
it's-
really creeped
I
out.
should
by
have them. I should have
it's,
it.
it's like really fucking weird, and I could picture the monster in my head, but I can't describe it. And like they get fucked up. They're like strapped in like the fucking haunted house of Knobles type deal, like the four cart or whatever it is, and like they're going through like these tiny little tracks, and like this guy comes out of the wall and fucking like grabs him and shit. Like I just
Oh,
don't remember what
shit.
it is.
They gotta
You
be out
making
of
me have
ideas
fucking
when they come to this
flashbacks
shit.
of movies, bro. You know, a fucking movie that scared me as a kid, bro. This fucking horror movie called Milo.
Nope. Never saw
You never heard of it? It's about a little fucking boy, bro. You gotta watch. If you never seen
And
it,
then
bro,
we get into like the Stephen King movies.
oh, classic.
Doesn't
Everything,
he have a new
everything,
one coming out?
Rose Red.
Everything.
Do you remember Rose Red when it was on TV? I remember my mom fucking recorded it on like 8 VHS tapes.
Love Rose Red.
Never watched it.
That was good.
What?
I've never seen it.
It's
I don't
like
like
a
horror
it's like a
movies.
mini series is what it was.
Well, that's another thing. I never got down with miniseries. If you
And
want
it's
to make
like
a movie,
you had
make
to
a movie.
be
If you want
you
to make a
had to
TV show,
be in like
make a
every
TV show.
Thursday night at 8 o'clock to see like
yeah,
the
but
next hour.
if you bought it on DVD or you bought it on like streaming, it's like a fucking 4-hour thing.
like
3
it.
hours. Yeah,
Like watching
yeah.
it.
It's like watching it.
I like the original. I don't.
And
like
that was
Yeah.
that was a
Shout out
miniseries.
Tim Curry. It was a miniseries.
Yeah.
Shout
I think
out to
almost all
the
of
DVD was side 1 and side 2
yeah,
when
all
they were
the fucking
kids and then when they were older.
all the fucking Stephen King's classics were miniseries, bro.
right.
Everything.
Oh,
They were?
What were
Yes.
some other good ones?
The
Even-
Langoliers,
That was,
even the one with Jack Nicholson. That was a movie, wasn't it?
The Shining?
The Shining?
Shining.
the Shining.
That's my movie.
here's Mackie.
Just wait.
The Shining. I'm not sure if that was a miniseries.
I'm
or
No,
not.
I think that was a movie.
Yeah, and
it
he had
feels like it was a
collaboration.
movie,
He had
but-
collaboration with that.
You see his shit lately?
Who?
Jack Nicholson out on the balcony looking all crazy. And shit.
No.
Oh, he looked awesome. Shout out Jack Nicholson.
I'll defend you all day long, Jackie boy, but
Got a whole belly out.
between Jack Nicholson and Gene Hackman, these motherfuckers need to be watched. Don't let them out.
We gotta rein them back in because we need them for at least a couple more.
Like,
Yeah, he was a classic in fucking The Shining, bro.
yeah.
there's not a bad movie that Jack Nicholson's ever done.
That one with them bitches with the witches. I didn't like that.
I mean, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You got Anger Management. That movie was flames too. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, though.
You know what movie I'm talking
As
about?
good as it gets is another great one.
The
but
one with
I don't know.
him and those witches.
What witches?
Witches?
Those chicks. They were like witches or something.
With Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
You're not
I want to
thinking
look it
Hocus
up.
Pocus, are
No, I want to look
He
it
was
up.
not in Hocus Pocus.
No, but I'm like, is he thinking Gary Marshall was Jack Nicholson for a minute in that movie? I didn't know what he was thinking. Like, what movie with Jack
I have
Nicholson and
no idea.
witches?
Jack Nicholson and which I don't.
Movie with Jack Nicholson and witches. The Witches of Eastwick.
Oh shit, duh.
I didn't really like that one,
That's an old school. That's like early '90s, right?
but still, it's Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I've like cataloged his shit. You know, I mean,
How about A Few Good Men?
it's good.
You can't handle the truth, dude. Everybody says that line nowadays and everything, but that movie is.
And there was another
tight.
movie that I didn't like with
What
him.
was
in.
it? Was it? But then you also got Robert De Niro and fucking what is it? Medal of Honor, Men of Honor.
That shit's hard.
Ooh, with Cuba Gooding.
Hard.
want my steps, Cookie. So good.
Yeah, that joint's a classic,
I
bro.
like that movie a lot.
that was really.
When
fun.
he loses his leg, that scene was done very well.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Me and my stomach turned every time.
How he picks that shit up and he walks it. That hard ass on the fucking.
I had to name this
On the
episode "Grab Your
couch.
Popcorn." We literally talked about movies. Oh,
Who gives
We're
a fuck?
reminiscing,
We're dropping
motherfucker.
gems.
like I
Go
said,
check
I'm not
this
even
shit
mad
out.
about it.
Go check
Everything
some of
we've
these
said.
shit outs, man. We're dropping gems for you,
We're doing all the hard work for you. Now all you got to do is put your ass in front of the TV.
bro. It's classics, man. But horror is my main thing. That's my go-to. If it's not horror,
Me
my
too.
my second choice it got to be like action.
Don't
I
you
feel
adventure.
like I have to watch horror movies on the low because I can't watch them with Samantha and I can't watch them when the kids are around.
Yeah.
So it's like I gotta sneak horror movies.
Am I a bad father? I introduced my kids to Nightmare on Elm Street as they were fresh out of the pussy.
I mean, I watched them when they were like he was a baby, but
It
like
depends.
now it's like
Like my
he's-
kids know who Freddy Krueger is, and
See, my thing is like I don't want. I mean,
It's not. People will say it's desensitizing. People will say this, that, and the other thing. If you think that your kids can handle it, that's your decision as a parent.
I don't know if I knew. I just like, I like Freddy Krueger. You're gonna like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, Max knows who Freddy Krueger is.
Yeah.
Just hasn't seen.
But
his
it's like
work.
I don't know.
I mean, you fucking should. You got him on your fucking. You know
I got
what
him
I'm
on my
saying?
ribcage. I had him as the action.
Yeah,
I have him as the
motherfucker.
big fucking.
But he
statue,
hasn't
like-
seen England ripping somebody from stem to
No,
stern.
Right, he
No.
hasn't seen the
Yeah.
titties. He hasn't,
No,
heard him
he
drop
hasn't
the fuck
experienced that
bomb.
yet.
Like,
I had the same thing when I was deciding if Bethany was old enough to watch Demon Slayer, which is Bethany's first and favorite anime, and that show is gory from Jump Street.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
It's
some
a whole
shit, man.
family being ripped up in that
slaughtered
first
in
episode.
the first. Like,
And you see nail marks and teeth marks. It's
Well,
fucking-
just last year, I introduced the kids to Final Destination. They love every one.
those are good.
I can fuck with the first.
I see. Like, I'm not even mad about any of them because
No,
the
they got their own pocket
the
and the tie-ins.
the fucking kills that the creativity in the kills.
Great.
Like, everybody talks about it.
The
Oh, I can't.
anxiety that has
I
been
can't
formed from that movie.
I can't. I still can't drive behind a fucking logging truck.
Yeah, no, hell no.
Right, you're not wrong. I
No, no.
don't want to either. I will skip lanes.
I check every shower I go into when I travel anywhere ever just to make sure it's not one of those old Johns that has the fucking hanging thing that can come out and strangle you and everything like that.
fucking the girl in the fucking.
Actually, I think that was the second
the girl
one.
in the sun. The sun.
Oh yeah,
Tan
I'm
booth.
never have to tan, so I'm cool. I'm never
roller
going.
coaster.
And if you don't look left, right, and left again before you go into the street, you deserve to get hit by a bus.
Just
like that bitch in
anything,
that
like
movie.
everything at the amusement park, like the roller coaster.
That scared me
and-
more. I was already nervous.
that shit is-
about,
it is-
I'm nervous about
the
that.
kills-
I can't
No.
watch the Candyman, but the Candyman being in those movies made.
You
those
already said
movies
his name
look good.
twice.
Yeah, I mean, ain't no mirrors around here.
I said it twice. That's all you get.
Yeah, but I fuck with the original though.
Yeah,
The original man. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
the original man.
The original
I
man.
ain't saying it.
Not the other man.
He's
I
like, I'm
that
not
guy.
saying it.
I like that actor a lot.
Yeah, Tony Todd.
He's my
Yeah.
You ever see? You must have seen it, but The Rock with fucking Sean Connery.
Oh, with Sean Connery. Yeah, hell yeah.
He's one of the soldiers and he's fighting with them and everything. Oh, dude, I like that dude. He's like a badass. I always liked him in anything
Tony
he's ever
Todd.
done.
Man, I mean,
I'm mad that I didn't know his name. I usually know character actors' names and I didn't know his name.
I feel like we could
I only
do.
know because he's a horror guy. I know.
I feel like we could do a whole
I should have
segment
known it. He's badass.
of ranking all of the kills from Final Destination for an entire episode of the podcast.
Oh,
that would be
Ranking
awesome.
The fucking kills.
You gonna make me go watch back all the
Like
movies
you got to go home and like
yeah,
do
you got
research.
research.
so,
I gotta
like-
research. I gotta do
Like
the work.
you
I
got to
gotta
get
watch
your
them all
list
over
put
again.
together and your discussion points.
You need a
Like,
transcript
fuck,
for sure.
That'd be
with that.
wild.
Off top, I don't know, because I feel like,
Yo, the glass flattened him,
oh my god,
or the fucking explosion when the line
That's-
goes
that's
through the
the-
kid, and
is that the racetrack one? Right when he gets smashed with the glass, the boy.
Is that the second one?
No, that's not the second one. The race car one, I think, is
or
the
like
third one.
the fish that falls in his mouth when he's at
And
the
he
dentist.
almost died. He almost died.
Right,
He got
and
smashed.
saves
by
him
the-
and skips, and then he dies outside with the glass.
That's
No, I'm talking about the kid standing in the field, and then the explosion. He gets
Oh, and he
sliced in
gets-
half with
yeah.
the fucking with the
Oh,
fence wire.
Right
Barbed
after
wire.
that, just
Right. That's what I'm saying. There are so many good kills in Final Destination. It's ridiculous.
and then that fucking boy gets killed. At the end, he gets blown up with the fucking grill.
Right. There are so many, and then it's like they're like not common ways to die, but like these are real ways. that you
Yeah,
can
some of
fucking
them.
die.
What?
Speaking of what it was, 1,001 ways to
Yeah,
die.
I was just about to say
that was a wild fucking show too.
It's all those ways to fucking die. Real
Well,
easy.
I was thinking of the comedy movie, 1,000 Ways to Die in the West.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
I know
It
what you're
bombed.
talking
It
about.
bombed, but now I remember what you're talking about.
Bro.
Well, the Darwin Award. You ever see those videos?
The who?
The Darwin Award.
No.
There's an award given away annually for the most idiotic death, usually
Oh, that's not right.
resulting in suicide, like somebody pissing on the third rail, or they did a backflip to land into a pool, and I don't know, like
I could just
they
see somebody
completely
smashing
missed
their
the pool
face
and
on
landed on-
fucking
yeah,
concrete.
I don't think they should give awards for that. That's not cool.
they do though.
It's fucked up.
The stupidest way that you die and shit. It's
I used
brutal.
to get drunk and stoned and like try and guess what like from 1,001 Ways to Die, like what they were gonna call it at the end.
Oh.
Like, oh, this guy died. He ran out of time. Let's call him Clock Stopper or something like that. Just random ass fucking things.
Fucked up.
I was never right. I think I got one right and I lost my shit.
It is how that fucking show went every time though. Like this
Right.
guy had an ice cream machine fall on him. This is not the time
He
for
was
soft serve.
He was soft served.
Yo, that shit out of pocket.
But yeah, that was the shit I used to love back in the day. And on that note, see where we can find you.
You can find me on all platforms at Flyboy Young. That's FLIBOIYOUNG. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here.
Oh, you find me on Facebook, Sean Mulcahy, and Deadcrawler84 on all the other platforms, and MacTastic84
Deadcrawler
on
is really
Xbox.
creepy.
It's like a Deadpool and Nightcrawler mix.
That's what
Okay.
it is. But everybody says the same thing. They thought I came up with it because of zombies.
I'm a
Like, 'cause you're
Deadcrawler.
Deadcrawler. I thought of it as what if Nightcrawler put on the Deadpool costume, and not the
badass.
Spider-Man costume like's coming this.
Oh, go away.
I fucking
away.
hate you. Why you need a cop all fucking Kurt Wagner shit, Spider-Man? You loser.
All right, Kurt Wagner's cool to begin with. You don't need him.
They're coming out with a comic book called Uncanny Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and it's Nightcrawler in the costume.
I kind of want.
I'm gonna get it.
I was gonna say, can you grab me a copy?
Yeah, right,
Because I
like-
kind of want a copy of it.
Yeah, I do too.
Crash underscore concoction on Instagram. This art ain't free. Also check out Super Smash Productions on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Smash that subscribe button. I feel like we did give Colin a little break these past 2 episodes. We never called one thing up once on the
Nope.
screen. So
Throw some shit up.
yeah, throw some shit up for us, please. I love you guys. I'm out.
Word.